Look at those bristles right there. Look at him, he's flared them up at me. Well, today, guys, I finally got a Pleco for my Jack Dempsey / Oscar tank. Yeah, I've been growing a lot of algae, been saying I needed a Pleco for it, and I finally got one today. So basically, there was a really cool one with nice looking Pleco that came into the store last week, and I put them on hold last week, and I went ahead and got them this week. And this is a really cool looking Pleco. The only hard part about them is just making sure they stay alive, because they can be doing really good and look great and all, and then just die. So hopefully this guy does really good in here. He should have enough to eat. I just did a water change on the tank yesterday. It looks great and all, but I actually left the algae that was in there. There's not much right now, but I left any algae that was on the glass. So I have him in the tank acclimated right now, and what this Pleco is, he is called a chocolate longfin bushy nose Pleco. Yeah, pretty long name, but a really, really cool one, and a decent size bushy nose Pleco. You don't see a whole lot of them this size. And a chocolate Pleco at that. Really, really cool. But that is one really, really cool looking Pleco, and really just a beautiful Pleco. Now the Oscar and the Jack Dempsey, they're kind of freaked out right now because I have this big old bag in here. They're just chilling in the log right there. You can see the face of the Jack Dempsey, and the Oscar is right next to him. So, but you guys, something happened with the saltwater tank earlier in the week. Like, something really bad happened, and there's really no explanation for it. I mean, it just kind of happens sometimes, and you really just don't know why. Basically what happened is the tank just crashed and a wipeout happened with the fish. So around Tuesday morning, I noticed that the fish had some type of like white fuzzy film on them, and it kind of looked like ick, but then it also kind of didn't. So I put an antibiotic in there, and that really did not help at all. So that leads me to believe that it was not like some type of bacterial infection. Yeah, the next morning all 3 of the fish were dead, and I was really bummed out, let me just say that. This tank ran strong for about 9 months. It was set up for about 9 months, and then that happened. Everything was going really good with it. We just got our snowstorm clownfish, and I was just about to get the first coral for it and all, and then that happened. So, you know, it's something that just happens, you know, you don't really have any explanation for it, like I said. But what I did to the tank, it looks pretty well different now. So basically what I did a decent water change on it, and I actually added a new rock. I changed up the rock formation, and it looks a whole lot better. Now we have more rock into the tank and more room for corals and all that. And yeah, I just like it a whole lot better now, because, you know, I wanted more rock in here, and there really wasn't a lot of hiding places for, you know, the fish that we had in here. And our conch, and he's been doing really good in here. It's been a really, really big help in here and all. The only problem with him is that he's just a little bit too big for this tank, and he's really just more than I need. So I am going to keep a conch in here, but I'm going to actually trade him out for a smaller one, because you see, this guy, you know, keeps the sand really nice and clean, but he also produces a lot of waste. That's the only downside to him. Other than that, though, he's a really, really cool, you know, creature we have in here. But I'm gonna get one a little bit smaller than him, just because I don't need one quite his size. But next weekend I am gonna add the first coral to it, and then here within about a month or so, we'll go in and start adding fish back in here. But it is about time now to go and put our long-fin bushy-nosed Pleco into his new tank. And you can see the algae that I left back there, and like I said, there wasn't a whole lot of algae going on here. And of course, I turn the lights on at night, like when I go to bed and stuff, then turn them back on. I don't leave the lights on 24/7, so there's not going to be a ton of algae, but I left all the algae that was in here so this guy would have, you know, some startup food. All right, you guys, so here he is. Look at those bristles right there. Look at him, he's flared them up at me. Look at that. That is amazing. Look at this Pleco, though. That is just one beautiful Pleco. So we're going to go and put him in the tank now. All right. There he goes. Oh, out of focus. But there he is. My goodness, this guy is going to look great in here. But I definitely needed a Pleco in here for the algae that does grow in here. But he looks really, really good in here. So I'm going to let that guy, you know, kind of get used to the tank for now. And I think I'm going to check on him in the morning, actually. And also the Jack Dempsey and the Oscar will be out ready to eat then as well. Well, you guys, it is now the next morning. The Pleco, he's been doing really good overnight. You can see him back there suction on the glass right now. I just flipped the lights on here just a few minutes ago, so the Oscar and the Jack Dempsey aren't out just yet, but they will be here in a little bit, ready to eat. But our long fin bushy nose Pleco looks really good. Check that guy out, just moving around a little bit, and he has a plenty big tank to go and just roam through all day long and just clean along. And don't think I'm not gonna feed this guy. I mean, the algae that grows in here is not gonna be enough to fully support him. So I will, you know, feed him stuff like veggie pellets, algae wafers, cucumbers even. That's something I've never fed Plecos, but it's something I'm gonna try with this one. So yeah, hopefully that guy does really good in here. But for now, I'm gonna let that guy keep on cleaning away. But our glow danios that we got in the last video are doing really good. Check them out right there, along with the other glow tetras. This tank is looking great now, and this is our all orange tank, and I'm gonna let this run for probably another month or so, and then we're gonna turn this into a Christmas themed tank. It's gonna be pretty dang cool. And then these fish will just go in this hexagon tank right here with all of their tetras and the beautiful electric blue Jack Dempseys. Which, by the way, check out the big guy right there. He is looking really good. Check that guy out with the sunlight coming in from outside. He is looking great. And this guy, he looks great as well. The only problem with him is he's just a lot darker. He doesn't show as much blue as this guy does. But hopefully once he starts getting a little bit bigger, he will start to, you know, show more blue like that guy does. As for this tank, it does not have a light right now. I'm actually ordering one right now off of Amazon. It's going to be actually similar to Sunkissed light that I got for his tank. It's just going to be a hanger over the top light, and it will be strong enough to grow the plants that are in here. And I think what I am going to be putting in here as far as fish are going to be some Celestial Pro Danios. I've just got to get a hold of, you know, some really nice and good looking ones. Now the peep over tank is looking a little bit crusty right now, so I'm about to do a water change on it, but I haven't showed this tank to you guys in a while now. I'm not really sure what it looked like the last time I showed it to you, but the hair grass, the dwarf hair grass out here in the front, these two plants have went crazy in here on this little bitty like LED glowfish tank. Like, that is crazy. Look at these plants though. It is shooting up sprouts everywhere in the tank, even over here in the blue light side of the tank. That is crazy. But yeah, I just thought I'd show that to you guys because these plants in here went crazy. And I mean, this cheap little LED light, that's the crazy part about it. Also, if you remember what the bonsai tree looked like when I first put the Anubias on it, like first put it in the tank, it was nothing like that. I mean, you can see the roots, how they have just grown straight down the tree like that. That is really cool. And I mean, a big help to it is, of course, this, you know, flue vault light and all. But yeah, it's really cool how these plants have done that. And yeah, you can see I've actually slowed down the flow of the filter because that way he can swim around freely like he's doing right now and not get jerked around. And also the tank is getting filtered at the same time. Like what I would used to do is I would turn the filter off at night and then turn it back on in the morning, so that way, you know, he could sleep and stuff without getting pushed around. And then that way I'd turn it back on in the morning time so the tank could, you know, stay clean and all. But now I can leave it on 24/7 with just a slowed down flow. Sunkissed is looking and doing great under his new light. Check that guy out. Just did a water change on this tank yesterday. Put some kit in it actually, and that makes it crystal clear after a water change. It really helps speed it up, like helps clear it up a lot faster than just letting stuff settle down. But he is looking great right now. So the Oscar is now out and about, but the Jack Dempsey is just chilling in his log. You know, it kind of takes him a little while to get up and going in the mornings, it seems like. But the Oscar is now out and about, so I'm gonna throw a few pellets in there for him. Alright, and watch this guy. Look at him. Just looking really good in here. I hope to get him, you know, decent size in here over the winter, so that way in the springtime we can move him back outside into the exotic pond. But he is doing great in here with the Jack Dempsey. But check that guy out. Just looking great in here. And the Jack Dempsey is now out and about this morning, so yeah, looking great this morning and all. Baby soft shell ready to be fed this morning. Even though it's pretty cold outside for these guys right now, I like to keep their water around 80 degrees like year round because they just love warm water, and that's just what they thrive in. Now it is still pretty early morning right now, so all the fish are still kind of waking up, but I just wanted to show you how clear this pond has gotten now with that UV clarifier that I put back into the filter. It is back crystal clear. This is how I really like it, where we can see clearly to the bottom all the fish and the turtles that are in here. There's a few leaves and pine straw I need to clean out down there, but yeah, all the fish are just chilling away right now because it is actually pretty cold outside, and all these fish in are cold water fish, so they don't demand a heater right now. It's around 60 degrees right now, so they don't need a heater right now, but I will be getting one here pretty soon because it is not going to stay around 60 degrees once it starts getting further and further into the winter. But that is going to be pretty much it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please be sure to drop a like on the video, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Finally got a Pleco for the Jack Dempsey tank. Hopefully he does really good in there. I'll give you guys an update on him in the next video, of course. And here within about a month or so, I'm going to get some more saltwater fish for the saltwater tank. Just kind of let it run and do its own thing right right now, but I cannot wait to start adding corals to it and starting getting fish back in there. If there's any fish you want me to get for in my tanks or ponds or anything like that, definitely let me know. Anyways, guys, with that being said, I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.